Good morning, class 5. Hope all of you are fine. Okay, today's lecture is about present perfect and past perfect tense. You can see there is a bar on screen, so just ignore it. Okay, just listen to the lecture. Okay, today's lecture is about present perfect and past perfect tense. First of all, I will tell you uses of present perfect and past perfect tense. Okay, first of all, I will tell you uses of present perfect and past perfect tense. Present perfect tense is about when an action started. Okay, students, today's lecture is about present perfect tense and past perfect tense. First of all, I will tell you uses of present perfect tense and past perfect tense. When do we use present perfect tense and when do we use past perfect tense? We use past perfect tense when an action started in the past and completed in present time. Okay, when action started in the past and completed in present time. So it means the action is completed, right? For example, when you complete your work, you started your work uh, a few minutes ago, and then you complete your work, and then you say to your teacher, teacher, I have completed my work. Okay, so the action is completed, you have finished your work, you have done your work, right? So in this situation, we use present perfect tense when an action started in the past a few minutes ago or 30 minutes ago or 1 hour ago and has completed in present time, right? Right after finishing your work, after completing your work, or after doing your work, you say to your teacher, teacher, I have completed my work, teacher, I have done this exercise, okay, or teacher, I have solved this question, right? So in this situation, we use present perfect tense. And past perfect tense, as the word past shows, or as the word past tells, that it will be about past action. Okay, uh, past perfect tense is used when we talk about an action that happened in the past and completed in the past. It happened in the past and it also completed in the past. For example, if you are talking about yesterday, then I had completed my work. It means your work started yesterday, and yesterday you completed your work. Okay, so it is past action that started in past and completed in past, right? For example, I had completed my work instead of have. There is had because it is past perfect tense. I had done my work or I had finished my work, right? So it is the use. These are the uses of present perfect and past perfect tense. I'm going to repeat uses. Present perfect when an action started in the past and completed in present time, and past perfect when an action started in the past and completed in past time. Okay, so the differences of present and past. Present or past are difference only. Now we are going to move towards helping verbs. Which helping verbs are used in present perfect tense and past perfect tense? Present perfect in present perfect tense. two helping verbs are used, and in past perfect tense only one helping verb is used, and that is had. In present perfect, the helping verbs which are used, these are has and have. Has will be used with he, she, it, and singular subjects, and have will be used with I, we, they, you, and plural subjects, right? For example, I have, we have, they have, you have, girls have, right? And he has, she has, it has, and singular subject, if I use singular subject, boy has completed his work, the girl has completed her work, right? Then the helping verb that is used in past perfect tense, that is had. There is only one helping verb in past perfect, had. It is used with both singular and plural subjects, and it is also used with these pronouns he, she, it, I, we, they, and you. Okay. Now we have to know which form of verb is used in present perfect tense and past perfect tense. With has and have, we use third form of verb that is also called past participle, right? Third form of verb that is also called past participle, like written, completed, played, and in the previous examples, look at these examples. Yes, completed, done, finished. These are also past participle, right? Completed, done, and finished. These are also past participle, and it is also third form of verb. You can say third form of verb, or you can say past participle. Both are same. Okay, this is third form of verb, or you can say past participle, written, completed, played. And in past perfect with had, we also use third form of verb that is also called past participle. For example, written, completed, and played. Now this is structure or formation of sentences. First of all, we'll talk about affirmative sentences. Its formation is, in the beginning there will be subject, as you know that in the we start a sentence with a subject. In the beginning there will be a subject, and after subject there will be helping verb. In present perfect there will be helping verb has or have, right? After has or have there will be third form of verb that is also called past participle. I have written only past participle. You must know that I'm talking about third form of verb, right? And at the end there will be object. Look at the formation of past perfect affirmative sentences. First of all, there will be a subject. As you know that a sentence starts with a subject. Then there will be had, that is helping verb. Then there will be third form of verb. It is also called past participle. Instead of third form of verb, I have written here past participle. So you must know that it is third form of verb. And then there will be an object, right? Examples of affirmative sentences. As I have told you that subject will be there in the beginning. You can see example tailors. Tailors is a subject. Has, according to tailors, we have used helping verb have. Okay. Third form of verb is stitched. It is also called past participle, and the object is clothes. Okay. Further examples of present perfect tense, the girl subject have. According to subject, we have used haves because subject is plural. So helping verb will also be plural. The girls have played is third form or past participle. With dolls, it is an object, right? Sentence number 3, my father, it is a subject because it is singular. So according to singular subject, we will be using singular helping verb, that is has. Then there is third form of verb, read. My father has read newspaper, right? And look at the fourth sentence, teacher has taught the students. Clear? So you can see that in the beginning there is subject, that is teacher, then helping verb has, then third form of verb taught, and then object the students, right? Now look at the examples of past perfect. I told you that there is only one helping verb that is used in past perfect, and that is had. We had completed our work. You can see there is only the change of helping verb in both sentences examples. There is change, or change is only of helping verb. We had completed our work. I had taken my breakfast. She had written a letter, and teacher had taught the students. We subject, had helping verb, completed third form of verb. Our work is object. I subject, had helping verb, third form of verb is taken. Breakfast is object. In the same way, the rest of the sentences, you can see the formation, you can check the formation that is on previous page. Okay, now we are going to talk about negative sentences. There is only one change in negative sentences. What do you have to do? You have to add not after helping verb and before main verb. Main verb mean third form of verb or past participle, right? As I have written here, because it is negative sentence, so after helping verb there will be not. After has or have there will be not. Then there will be third form of verb or past participle, and at the end there will be an object. In the same way, only helping in past perfect negative sentences formation, only helping verb is changed and rest of the formation is same, right? First of all, there is subject, then there is helping verb had because it has only one helping verb, then not, it is telling that the sentence is negative. Then there is third form of verb, that is also called past participle. I have written it in bracket. And then there is an object. Now the same sentences, I'm going to change it into negative. Tailors have, let me show you affirmative sentences. Tailors have stitched the cloths. Tailors have not stitched the cloths. Okay. So what have we added for making it negative? We have added not in between helping verb and main verb or third form of verb. Okay. The girls have not played with dolls because we have to make it negative. So after helping verb, there will be not. Sentence number 3, my father has not read the newspaper. Teacher has not taught the students. Okay. Now look at negative sentences of past perfect tense. We, subject, had helping verb, not according to negative sentence because it is telling that the sentence is negative. Completed, third form of verb, and work is an object. Sentence number 2, I, subject, had helping verb, not, it shows that the sentence is negative. Taken, third form of verb, my breakfast, it is an object, right? Sentence number 3, she had not written a letter and teacher had not taught the students. Okay. Now, interrogative sentences of present perfect tense and past perfect tense. You know that in interrogative sentences, we replace subject and helping verb. Helping verb will take place will take place the subject, and subject will take place of helping verb. ठीक है? Subject helping verb की जगह पे आ जाएगा और helping verb जो है वो subject की जगह पे आ जाएगा. As the subject is in the beginning, so in interrogative sentences, it will be after helping verb. Okay. As you can see on the screen, sentence is beginning with has and have with helping verb. These are helping verb, has and have. Then there will be subject, then there will be third form of verb, and then there will be an object. In the same way, formation of past perfect tense. In the beginning, there is helping verb had, then there is subject, then there is third form of verb, and then there is an object, right? Okay, examples of present perfect tense and past perfect tense interrogative sentences. Have. As you have seen in the formation, it was in the beginning, right? Look at this. Have. Have you ever been to the ocean? Have you ever been to the ocean? Right? Sentence number two. Have the girls played with dolls? Sentence number three. Has your father read the newspaper? And sentence number four. Has the teacher taught the students? You can see that helping verb is in the beginning, and after helping verb, there is subject or pronoun. You can say pronoun. It is also called subject. Have is in the beginning. After have, there is you. That is also called subject. In second sentence, have is in the beginning. After have, there is subject, and subject is the girls. In the third sentence, also has is in the beginning, helping verb is in the beginning, and there is written your father. Your father is a subject, right? You can see that helping verb is in the beginning, and after helping verb, there is a subject. And after subject, there is third form of verb, and after that, there is an object. Now there's past perfect tense examples, past perfect interrogative sentences examples. Sentence number one, had they completed their work? Had helping verb, that is in the beginning. They is subject, they is being used as subject. It is after helping verb. Then there is third form of verb that is completed, and then there is their work, right? In the same way, there are second, third, and fourth examples. Had he taken his breakfast? Had she written a letter? Had teacher taught the students? You can see that helping verb is in the beginning. Last sentence, sentence number four. Had. Had is helping verb. It is in the beginning. Teacher is subject. Taught is third form of verb. And the students is an object. Now we are going to talk about double interrogative sentences. As we have done in simple past and simple present, I have told you about double interrogative sentences, which are double interrogative sentences. When there are W words in the beginning, after W words, there is helping verb, then there is subject. Now subject will be at third number. ठीक है? First of all, there will be W words, where, why, what, how, when. Then there will be helping verb, and then there will be subject. That's why it is called double interrogative. Then after subject, there will be third form of verb, and then there will be object. I have written an example of it here. Example, when have they played with dolls? Okay. Or when have the girls played with dolls? Instead of they, you can write here the girls. The sentence will remain same. Only uh, you have to add W word in the beginning for making it double interrogative. After W word, there will be helping verb. You can see W word is when, helping verb is have, they is subject, played is third form of verb, and dolls is an object. Look at the example that is about the formation of past perfect tense. W words where, when, why, what, how. Then there is only one helping verb that is used in past perfect, that is had. Then there is subject, then there is third form of verb or past participle, and then object. When W word, that is in the beginning, then had helping verb, they is subject, they is being used as subject. Visited, third form of verb or past participle. And historical places, this is an object, right? So just keep it in your mind, these formation. According to these formation, you have to make sentences. Then it will be easy for you if you know about the formation, right? It was all about present perfect tense and past perfect tense. I'm going to repeat it, and after that, we will be doing exercises. First of all, I told you uses of present perfect tense and past perfect tense. When do we use it? When action started in the past and completed in present, that is called present perfect. And past perfect, when an action started in the past and completed in past, or past में ही complete हो गया, right? An example I have told you, it was that when you finish your work in the classroom, when you are in the classroom and you complete your work, you finish your work, you say to your teacher, teacher, I have completed my work, right? So this is, it means that action is completed. This is the tense of present, this is a sentence of present perfect tense. It means the action is completed. When you say to teacher, teacher, I have completed my work, right? And past perfect tense will be about the action that started in the past and completed in the past. Like I had completed my work, only helping verb will be changed there. Then we talked about helping verbs. Which helping verbs are used in these tenses? In present perfect, has and have are used. In past perfect, only had is used. Had is used with all the pronouns and singular and plural subjects, while has is used with he, she, it, and singular subjects. Have is used with I, we, they, you, and plural subjects. Then we use form of verb. Which form of verb is used? Third form of verb, that is also called past participle. Then we talked about formation. You can see a sentence begins with a subject. Then there is helping verb. Then there is third form of verb, and then there is an object. This is a formative sentence, right? So these are examples of affirmative sentences which I have already told you. Now this is formation of negative sentence. What do you have to do? You just have to add not after helping verb and before main verb. ठीक है? जो main verb है ना वो third form of verb ही है, right? As you can see that I have written not after helping verb and before third form of verb. So this is the formation of negative sentences, and rest of the formation is same as affirmative sentences formation. So these are the examples which I have told you. We have added only not in negative sentences, and rest of the formation, rest of the sentence is same. Now there is formation of interrogative sentences. I told you that subject and helping verb will be replaced. Replace mean कि एक दूसरे की जगह ले लेंगे. Subject will be in place of helping verb and helping verb will be in place of subject. So it means if helping verb will be in place of subject, तो ये start पे होगा. ठीक है? Helping verb will be in the beginning, and then there will be subject, and rest of the formation will remain same. Okay, these are the examples of interrogative sentences which I have already told you. Now we are going to talk about double interrogative sentences. I told you that there will be W words in double interrogative sentences. W words will be in the beginning. Then there will be helping verb. And then there will be subject, right? First of all, W words will be there. Then there will be helping verb, and then there will be subject, and after subject rest of the formation will remain same as interrogative sentences formation, right? I have written an example of both tenses. When have they played with dolls? When had they visited the historical places, right? W word is when in both sentences. Helping verb is changed. According to present perfect, it is have. According to past perfect, it is had. I have highlighted it in red. Then visited and played. Historical place is object, and in the first one, dolls is object. Okay, students, please open your language tree student book. You are going to do exercises. I have mentioned page numbers and exercises. You can see on the screen. It's language tree student book. Please open your student book, page 57. We are going to do exercise 1 from page 57. Your pencils and eraser must be with you. It's student book, language tree student book, page 57, exercise 1. Yes, you are the same page and exercise 1. Okay, this is all about present perfect tense. Okay, this exercise is about present perfect tense. As in blue box, it is written the present perfect tells us about something which happened in the past. It does not tell us when it happened. It is formed from the helping verb has or have plus past participle. So these things I have told you, right? The wolf has found fresh fish for its wife. You know what is highlighted in white color? Has found. So has found is past participle, or you can say third form of verb. And before found there is has. That is telling that this is past. This is present perfect tense, right? Now we are going to do exercise 1. Complete these sentences with the correct past participle form of the verb in brackets. First example is already given. I have taken the fish as my pay. Sentence number 1. The wolf has dashed the fish to his wife. Give is written in bracket, so it will be changed into third form or past participle. You will change give into past participle. Give का past participle क्या होगा? Given. The wolf has given the fish to his wife, right? Have you written? I hope that you have written. Sentence number 2. The wolves have dash the fish. Eat. Past participle of eat will be eaten. Sentence number 3. The two otters have dash about the fish. The word that is written in bracket, it is argue. Its past participle will be argued. A-R-G-U-E-D. Sentence number 4. The otters have dash back into the water. The word that is written in bracket, that is go, and past participle of go will be gone. Sentence number 5. They have dash another fish. Catch is written in bracket. Its past participle of catch will be caught. C-A-U-G-H-T. Okay. Then sentence number 6. I have never dashed an otter. C is written in bracket. Past participle of see will be seen. S-E-E-N, seen. Okay. Sentence number 7. I have not dashed this story before. Here is written. So its past participle will be heard. H-E-A-R-D. Heard. Okay. And the last sentence is our teacher has dash us a lot of stories. Tell is written in bracket and its past participle will be told. Okay, Dua, very good. You have already done it. Very good. Now we are going to move to next page. That is page 58. Page 58. Past perfect. Past perfect. You have to find out 5 verbs of past perfect. Okay, 5 verbs. You have to find out 5 verbs which are in past perfect. After first one is has landed, had landed. It is already written in example, had landed. You also have to underline it, students. After the otters had landed the fish, had landed, underline had landed. They started arguing. They had not seen the wolf hiding behind the tree. Had and seen. Now you have to underline had and seen. Do not underline not. Not को underline नहीं करें, ठीक है? Dua, make it sure that you have underlined these. Do not underline not. Not को underline नहीं करना. Had seen. You will underline had and seen. His wife had asked him to fetch her some fish. Had asked. Had asked. He had watched the otter closely when they leapt into the water. Had watched. Had watched. Underline it. He had begun to feel very hungry. Had begun. Underline it. The first otter had struggled for some time to bring the fish to land. Had struggled. Underline it. Had struggled. Underline it. He called the other otter to help him. Together they caught the big fish. Now there is no other verb that is in past perfect. Okay, now move to exercise 1, past perfect and simple past. Past perfect and simple past. You can see on the screen, it's page 58, exercise 1, match 1 to 7 with A to G and write sentences. First one is already done. After his wife had asked for fish, the wolf went to the river. It is done. Sentence number 2, now you have to match it. After the first otter had seen the fish, he leapt into the water. E option. 2. Yes. After 2, before 2, write there E or join or match it with E. For sentence 2, there is option E. Have you written there, Dua? If you have not written, then please write it. For second sentence, option is E. After the first otter had seen the fish, he leapt into the water. E. Okay, sentence number 3. After the two otters had caught the fish, now which one is suitable option? After the two otters had caught the fish, they dragged it to the bank. Option D. Option D. Dua beta, you can write E before 2. जहाँ पे 2 लिखा हुआ है उसके साथ ही E लिख लें. And when there is written 3, तो 3 के साथ D लिख लें. Write D with 3. 2E and 3D. Sentence number 4, the otters had not seen the wolf. And which option is suitable? The otters had not seen the wolf when they began to argue. When they began to argue. Option A. Sentence 4, option A. Sentence 4, option A. Sentence number 5, the wolf had settled the otter's quarrel. Sentence number 5, the wolf had settled the otter's quarrel. The suitable option for it is before he returned to his wife. Before he returned to his wife. F option. F option. Sentence number 5, option is F. Sentence number 5, option is F. Okay. Sentence number 6. After the wolf had tricked the otters. After the wolf had tricked the otters. Correct option for it is B. He ran away. After the wolf had tricked the otters, B option, he ran away. Sentence number 6 and B option. Okay, sentence number 6 and B option. Now sentence number 7. After the wolf had run away, C option is left. So it will be with sentence 7. After the wolf had run away, the otters felt disappointed. After the wolf had run away, the otters felt disappointed. Okay, Dua, if something is missing or if something is left, then you can watch this video on YouTube when it will be